Hey guys, we're back for the third time. So let's see if anybody jumps on. Hey, that's my husband.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, Richard.
This is Susan. So we're having some connective issues here at the office, so hopefully everybody will come back and see that we're back online. We're smiling. Go find everybody, Richard. Where are they? Come on. Where's everybody at? Can you hear us okay? Okay, good. Is it better than the last one? Because we were trying to use the laptop before. Good. Okay. Well, hi! We have a new person, Leo. Hi!
Hey, Leo. Long time.
Hey, Katrina. So, as we were saying a minute ago, we lost connection and trying to get back on, so hopefully everybody can get back on this feed and we can answer some questions. Hi, Leo. Leo, do you have any questions for us? So if you're just tuning in for the third time, we're here to talk about the 203H loan, which is the disaster loan. And if you guys know of anybody that could benefit from this, tag them, please. Let them know we're live. Yes, it's live now, Lily. Hi. Let us know of any questions that you have. So let's see, what questions did we answer before that they may have missed? They can apply online.
They can apply online, and we're going to share that link later. And say
just to hear.
I see. Anytime.
Okay, so that's good to know. So they're not going to end the disaster loan.
The disaster loan is 1 year from the day that we were declared in a disaster area, and so that will be October the 11th of 2019, unless they extend it, which they do have the ability to do.
Okay, so and then to touch on that too, you can also apply for the loan, and it can actually be used other places. It doesn't have to be used in Florida, correct?
Correct. Or you can, if you were affected by the hurricane, then you could go anywhere you wanted to, and it would be the loan would be available to you.
Because
yes.
I know some people have to move their jobs and such. So, and Katrina wants to know about credit score and down payment.
It's 100% loan, so there's no down payment associated. But like we were talking earlier, there are closing costs that can be negotiated, but there are closing costs that you need to be aware of. And as far as what was the other question?
Down payment PMI.
There is the PMI associated with that. Yes, anytime you borrow more than 80%, unless you're a veteran with veteran VA entitlement, then yes, you're going to have PMI.
Thank you, Katrina. Let's see. Lily says, if we went through the Florida's hardest hit program 4 years ago through FHA, is there any kind of conflict, or like you can't benefit from another FHA program?
Was your house destroyed, or is it unlivable now?
That could be
as long as you're in a home or a rental, that is a home that you own or a rental that's been destroyed to the point that you cannot live in it safely, then all other loans are aside, and we won't be looking at that.
And then also from the previous video we were chatting on, to qualify for that, to show that your home was unlivable, you have to show...
You need pictures or canceled leases, or just your information where you're dealing with your homeowner's insurance. You'll need to show that if you're a homeowner.
Okay, we have only 2 rooms not gutted. Bless you. I understand. I have rooms gutted too. So, but we were very blessed compared to a lot of folks. So, our goal here today is to inform everybody about this that may benefit, because it's just to help everyone. So, if you do not have a realtor or a lender already, we would love to help you. And we're going to have our contact information on my site and in the comments afterwards. We have a VA loan currently. My husband is a veteran. We wouldn't need PMI.
VA doesn't require you to have PMI. That's their guarantee to the lender. So I'm not sure of your question. Was your home destroyed?
Oh, she said that she has only 2 rooms that weren't gutted.
Okay.
So,
are you living in the home presently?
Okay, so when she answers that, we'll go back. But Kristen, sorry, and again, I forgot my glasses at home. Kristen, should we apply for the loan online and then contact one of you ladies to help? We are renters and the owners have decided not to fix the home and sell house as is, so we are in a pinch. I have a family of 7. Yes, she will have her contact information.
Yes, and you can apply online, and you can call me. I usually work from 7 in the morning till 7 at night. But as to what you're saying, that your landlord has decided not to fix the home, then yes, that would be something that you would qualify with, and you would just need to show a cancellation of your lease.
So once you contact Susan and get pre-approval and then contact me or your realtor, which I would love to help you, we'll find you something. I'll do my best to find you something and make you happy. Okay, so Lily commented that no, they're in a rental.
Okay, so if your husband has a VA benefit available, then absolutely, I would recommend the VA loan because of the not having to have mortgage insurance. I would absolutely recommend you do the VA loan if you have entitlement.
You're welcome, Kristen. And then I also have something to touch base on for someone else. I know they're not here, but they're currently in their home and they're using a VA loan. Mm-hmm. And the further they get in their home, it's looking like it's going to be a total loss. Mm-hmm. So what do they do if they may be moving out of state? Mm-hmm. So would they qualify for this program while they still have their VA loan on the property they're working on?
And that is a really good question. I do not know the answer for that, considering the house is damaged due to the hurricane. Of course, the 203H loan would definitely be available. But as far as the VA, moving from one VA loan to another, I'm not sure if they would, forgive the loan or forgive and give them their entitlement back. So I'll check in on that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And
we'll post that.
If there's any questions that we don't know the answer to, we're going to tell you we don't know, because, we will find the answer though. So, and get back to you and let you know. Lily, I have that question too. Our VA loan is on our destroyed house. Okay. So when we get the answer, any questions that we have that we need to go search out the answer, I'm going to post all those on my page and with the answers. And hopefully sometime tomorrow hopefully I can get those and put them on there. So,
well, now I can say that if both if there's a husband wife that both have VA entitlement, then yes, you can use your VA entitlement as well.
okay. Hey, Belinda. Belinda says, do you need a certain credit score to apply?
We like to see, a 600, but a 580. We will go down to a 580. There'll just be some what we call overlays, which will be additional questions or regarding your time and your time on your job, or just different things that will ask you to help build the case a little bit stronger when we present it to the lender.
So, and then Ruby says, if we qualify for the loan, will it be limited to Bay County? So, we had said earlier, the loan is for anybody that lived in the disaster area, which is us, Bay County. And if you are needing to move out of state, or you can take it with you, you can use it anywhere, but you had to have lived in the disaster area. And your home had to, of course I have a call come through, so you have to have lived in the disaster area, and your home had to have been deemed unlivable or a total loss.
And there's more than Bay County. There's 11 counties in Florida. If you don't, do you mind?
No,
if
please.
I say what they're there?
Please.
Bay, Calhoun, Franklin, Gadsden, Gulf, Holmes, Leon, Liberty, Taylor, Wakulla, and Washington counties in the state of Florida that were part of the disaster area that was declared. So anybody in that, no, you don't have to stay in our area. If you need to move away, you can. Of course, you're going to have to, somewhat reestablish yourself. You have up to 1 year to apply for this loan. So that's until October 11th, again, 2019.
And Lily, you're welcome. That's our goal. We want to help as much as we can. Leo, maximum loan limits.
Okay, that's going to be the FHA loan limit, and that's just been increased. So Leo, let me look that up and get back to you. It was 274.
Okay, good to know. Lily, is the interest rate essentially the same as we'd get with a regular bank mortgage? Does it just depend on credit?
It is the same as any FHA loan goes. So it's just pretty much like having an FHA loan. However, your credit obviously does affect your rate, and different things, price of the home, different things.
Debt to income.
Or debt to income, not really, but
okay.
But anyway, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, good.
Look at the. Go ahead.
Okay, she's trying to find that for us. So, but yeah, the reason why we're doing this is because I talk to people on a daily basis that don't even realize that this is out there for folks. So, I mean, people that wanted to own a home before and couldn't come up with a down payment and closing cost. This is a good way to get your foot in the door, really. And we've all been through so much. And I've seen everybody come together and be a tight community and have unity, and it's heartwarming. It really is, because I've never been a part of a community that was as close as we have been. So it's really been nice. So let's see. Heather, hi Heather. If we're planning to buy property and have a house built, would it qualify too? From what I've understood, I guess initially the loan is on the construction of the house, then switches over to, mortgage once built and passes inspection.
I'm thinking that you probably, it would have to have a construction loan associated with it, but I'm thinking that you're probably still going to have the normal down payments, but I'll be glad we'll put that on our list of things to find out for construction.
Kendall.
But I know that we have the 203K that can couple with the 203H, but all it does is give you a little bit looser guidelines than what normally for you would have to overcome, like with your credit, if you've missed payments due to the hurricane, or things like that your creditors have allowed you to do, but now you're showing lates on your credit report.
So, sorry, my daughter's here to help write down questions that we need to find answers for, but building a new build.
New builds.
Yeah. So I do know that I do have a customer using this loan on a new build, but it is a D.R. Horton home. It's not a, what would you refer to, a personal built?
A site built home.
Yeah, I guess. So, but it's a spec home basically. So, and they are using it on that. So, and Katrina, I hope to, this will be on my Facebook page, and then we can share it in other places. So I'll do that. I'll put it on a couple of the Hurricane Michael sites, and then so if I can figure it out, I'm gonna put it on my YouTube also. Haven't done that yet, so I'm still new to YouTube, so we'll see. And hey, Patty. Lily, so say we have a destroyed house that we owe on, and we want to buy a new house instead of continuing to rent while we wait on insurance and repairs. Should we go ahead and try applying?
You can do that.
Sorry, it's okay. Do we need to have a house in mind that we want?
Not necessarily. We can get you pre-qualified. As to your home that you're working with your insurance on, that insurance would just be assigned over to take care of that mortgage lender or whoever your mortgagee is. But we would be able to eliminate that debt so that it would free you up to have that type payment, whatever you're paying now, or maybe more, whatever you wanted and qualified for.
Good to know. Okay. So I hope that we have given you guys some insight. I'm hoping we have some more questions. So did you have anything else you wanted to
I was
add?
going to tell you that it is $294,515 for the area as far as the loan amount, Leo. $294,515 is the new limit for FHA in Bay County. So it varies from county to county, but that's probably pretty standard across our area.
Okay, that's good to know too. So if you decide that you want to use this loan and use it out of state or something, they would have to find out for that area.
There again, yes.
Okay, all right, good. And you're welcome, Lily. I just posted a link in Hurricane Michael updates, so don't go anywhere yet. Yay! Okay, thanks. Yeah, this is our third time on here. So we tried to use the laptop and it kicked us off, and so now we're on my phone, so we're like this. We're really close. So but I couldn't get connected for some reason. So still hurricane issues, I guess, but I posted the link to it, I think, on the hurricane update site earlier, but hopefully some more people will jump on, have some questions. So let's see. They have a year to apply for it if they need it. Mm-hmm. And so is there anything else?
Well, I was going to say, for those, fixing your homes, if you want to, fix it and then deal with the insurance, we can always do that on a 203K as well, which is an FHA product. So I wanted to put that in there too, that you don't, necessarily have to limit yourself to purchasing, but if that's the position you've been put in, it's certainly available.
And for the people that missed it earlier, I'm April Davis. I'm with Caldwell Banker Carroll Realty, and this is Susan Miller. She's with Interlink Mortgage Services, and we're going to put all of our contact information in the comments afterwards. I'll put them on my page, anywhere I can find to put them, really. So if you already have a realtor, that's great. If not, I would love to help you. Same with Susan. If you have a lender, that's great. If not, she would love to help you with that. So let's see. Lily says 203K is a loan for repairs, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that is a construction repair. That is a Chip and Joanna loan. So you want to talk about that, or?
There's not much, I mean, it's just the repairs, the needed repairs. You can really do some updating and things like that in conjunction with your insurance. So, it's not bad to know if you want to keep your home, if you're satisfied with everything and just really in love, well then it may take time to get a contractor at this point. Yeah. That's been an issue, huh?
Yeah.
So, but we do have that available.
And by the way, so if anybody's listening and can install windows, please call me, okay? Because I can get the windows, I just can't find somebody to install them. So she says, so that's if your insurance doesn't cover the extent of repairs needed for you want to upgrade.
Well, it's for that, correct? You can always add that on there, but you can also, if you're just feeling like you're going to be wrestling with your agent for a while, then you can go ahead and do your thing and maybe and settle with your insurance company later.
And then, of course, we're here to help you and with any loan you need, but there's also the SBA loan. So, and if you didn't file with FEMA, please do. You have till the 17th. Did they extend it to the 17th? I think it's the 17th. So, please apply because, and I know everybody's getting denials, but it's not a hard denial, and a lot of people don't know that. So, I can touch base on that later, but. We absolutely want out of our house. We assumed we'd have to wait until we got it fixed up and could sell.
No, that's, again, you can go ahead and do a 203K, H, if you intend to move and your home is destroyed to that point that it's not livable. So you can absolutely go ahead and again, we'll eliminate the debt. It won't be considered in your debt to income and let your insurance company make that settlement. There'll just be some additional paperwork that you'll do on that end during closing to make sure that the other mortgage is satisfied as well.
And Lily, give me a call tomorrow and we can talk about it further as far as if you want to sell as is, or we can go into more depth with that. So and then we have Miranda. Hi Miranda. She says, what if you don't have insurance? So Miranda, was your you don't have insurance, but would your house be deemed unlivable? I'm not sure what's going on with your home. And did you file with FEMA? I'm just wondering. And you can always call me tomorrow and we can discuss it. Hey Tina. Good. So they did extend it to the 17th. Sounds like my luck.
Yeah,
so
mine too.
Yeah. But hey, you got it done, right? So it's out of the way. One last thing, because, if you're anything like me, I've got 1,000 things going. So between contractors and helping clients and, So,
hey, Tina. Hey, it's our girl.
I know, it's our girl. So let's see. Call me tomorrow. My number is 850-774-7221. And of course, I'll have that in the comments later. But I can answer questions. You can email me. My email is aedavis2016@gmail.com. And, I can answer questions about home searches and set you up on a portal where you can search the MLS. So, awesome. I look forward to hearing from you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
A lot of people in tough situations.
It really is. and I work with a lot of military, and unfortunately, you know, they were on evac orders, and some of them couldn't come back, and so unfortunately, their houses sat, and you know, they got a little more damage, and it's really sad. So, sure, it's AE Davis 2016 at gmail.com. Ruby, hey Ruby. I have a mobile home I purchased in 2013. Paid cash but deemed unlivable after hurricane. I'm now looking to purchase my first home. So
that's where we come in, and this loan can really help you, Ruby. So glad to help you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Ruby, the mobile home that you purchased and it's deemed unlivable, are you planning to sell that as is for land, or do you have plans for that? Because that would be helpful too. So you can give me a call tomorrow and we can talk about it. And great, Lily. And like I said, I'll have all of my information in the comments and Susan's information as well. Now, speaking of mobile homes, the FHA disaster loan, does it apply to mobiles? If the lender...
I don't do mobile homes. I can't. I do manufactured, but as to the purchase of a new home, it's your home. So yes,
that's good.
Yes,
that's good news. So, because I know right now rentals are nowhere to be found, really. Yeah. I mean, they just, and if they are, they're out of the price range usually, or not large enough. So what I am finding, you know, I haven't seen everything, but it's studio or huge homes. So there's nothing in between. And rent can, you know, sometimes you have to rent. There's no other choices really, because you know, some of our military members, they're not going to be here long enough to purchase. We have credit plays a factor. Many things play a factor. It's just if you can possibly purchase and you qualify, 9 times out of 10, your mortgage payment is going to be a lot less than rent is each month. So, and it's an investment in yourself. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, Lily, if they cost a fortune and are not large enough, we are in a 2-bedroom Airbnb for 3 times our mortgage. Yeah, I understand. So, Ruby it's currently still in mobile home park, but I'm looking to sell as in looking for a brick. Okay. All right. Yeah, just give me a call. There are a lot more homes out there for sale right now, and there were some with no damage, believe it or not, and some with minimal damage. And then we have some that are on the market, but in the process of being repaired and will be finished before you close. So once you find a home, you put a contract on it. Typically, there's going to be at least a 30-day wait time for closing. So, you know, hopefully everything will be finished by then. So normally the people that are listing their homes for sale, they've already started the process, and they're further along than you would think. So, but yeah, just call me and we'll see what we can do. But first call Susan, because she's going to tell you if you can do it or not. So,
or try to.
Yes, yes. So, and then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And if you missed it, I'm going to have this video on my Facebook page. I'm sure Susan will share it as well. So, good. I'm glad, Ruby.
Glad to help.
Yes. So, you know, it's like I said earlier, the goal is to help people. So, and a lot of people don't know this is out there and even available. So we just want you to be aware. So, is there anybody else have any questions? I'm surprised nobody joined in from your post that you put on the hurricane update site. Of course, they may see it later. Hey, Misty. Hey, Ashley. Ashley's watching from Idaho.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is she moving down?
She moved
She
before
moved
the
there.
storm.
Oh,
Lucky.
yeah.
But actually, it's funny because her house that she had barely any damage. So,
Oh, wow.
so that was a good thing for her buyers that she had. They were first-time homeowners, so God gave them a break. So,
Yes,
but
he did.
Mm-hmm. So, but Ashley, if you know anybody else here that could use this, forward it, tag them, something. 9 days? Was it 9 days? Really? I don't know. My days are running together. So, do we know what time it is?
Yes. 6:16.
6:16? Okay.
Yeah. We have a helper across the table.
My daughter's here. She's supposed to be taking notes, but she's on her phone. Imagine that. So what we can do is anybody that wants to contact me, I can give you, like I said, any information on the homes that are available. You just have to let me know what your wants and needs are in a home, and I'll do a wide search and see what we can come up with and go from there. Yeah, Ashley. Yeah, it sold pretty quick.
Yeah, they're not staying on the market long, which is important to be pre-qualified so that if you do find something that you want to make an offer on, you can make that offer with confidence as they are moving fast.
Because a lot of times when you go and view a home and you want to make an offer on it, some sellers require that you include a pre-qual letter with your offer. So they want to know that you're already been in contact with a lender and are moving forward, because it is, I want to say this without sounding rude, I guess, but it's a waste of time for you, for the seller, because if you are looking at a home, let's say you're looking at a home that's $150,000 and you're only qualified for $100,000, you need to know that, so you know what to be looking for, and we'll do our best to find what you need in that price range, and vice versa. You could be looking at homes that are $100,000 and qualify for something that's $200,000, and it be in your budget, and you not even know it. So you wouldn't go car shopping without knowing what you could afford. So same with a home. So it's important to get in contact with the lender first and see where you stand and what you qualify for, whether you want to use your VA or this disaster loan. Conventional or
USDA is 100%. They've expanded a couple of conventional products with 3% down to it used to have a income limit, but there's no income limit for the declared area.
Nice. Oh, that reminds me. So what about it breaks my heart, all the people that have been laid off. Mm-hmm. From the hospital, the mall closing, multiple things, which the hospital will come back eventually, and hopefully the mall will be, back. But if they've been laid off and receiving unemployment, how does that play in effect?
Well, unemployment has a limited time, so you do need to reestablish yourself. Maybe you have to take a pay cut or, whatever it is. But, anytime we're pre-qualifying people, then we want to see an ongoing income. And if it's something, preferably change within your field. But if not, we can work with that as well.
Okay,
You know,
good.
it's temporary employment is not considered something that's ongoing either.
Okay, because I've had customers that were laid off from their job just long enough for them to do the repairs at their office, and then brought back on.
And that's fine.
So
That's not a problem. Those are the issues that we are working around with when you do have a layoff like that, but you're called back, or if you, there again, have had some payment, you know, you've skipped a payment in order to keep your resources with yourself, not knowing what's coming.
Okay. So, and FHA loan. So people see that as the first time buyer's loan, the standard FHA loan. People have the misconception you can only use it once.
Got it.
So,
well, anytime you've been 3 years, you're considered a first-time home buyer again if you've not owned a home in 3 years. So, first-time home buyer doesn't really. I mean, there's some bond money and things like that maybe you might have access to depending on your circumstance. But first-time home buyer just really refers to a person who hasn't owned real estate in the last 3 years.
okay, so that's good to know. And a lot of people don't realize that it has to be your primary residence. But if you have been there for 3 years and you're ready to move on, you can use it again. Or how does that work?
I'm kind of lost there.
Okay, so you've lived in a home for
Okay.
3+ years, and
That
you
you
have
own.
an FHA loan.
Okay.
You want to move on to another home.
Okay.
Can you use another FHA loan?
You can, as long as maybe you've had a change of circumstances. Your family grew, your family got smaller. You know, there again, we've got disasters, but mainly just for the general FHA loan, you need to have like a change. There again, something's changed to require you to have a different kind of house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Misty is saying that she's having a similar problem with income on his pay stub because he wasn't working for a little while. So it shows a shortage.
Okay, well, as long as he's back to work, did he go back to work for the same company?
I can tell you he did.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
I know Misty. So
So yeah, there you shouldn't be having that problem. You should be able to overcome that with that's some of the looser guidelines associated with the 203H. Matter of fact, I've got them here. Let me just look through here.
Okay, and then Ashley says, I'll go back up. She says, if my husband was on our previous loan alone, but not, we are purchasing together, can we qualify for a FHA since I have never held a home loan?
Do they currently have an FHA?
Ashley, your previous loan was a VA, correct? And then while you're answering that, let's see. Lily missed what we were saying about the spec home, D.R. Horton. Yes. Lily, yes, I have one under contract right now on a D.R. Horton home, and it is a disaster loan. Okay, forgive me if I don't pronounce your names correctly. Osi, I hope is correct. If you're disabled but got the credit score, do you qualify?
Sure.
Yeah.
You may not qualify that for, it just really depends on your income versus your debt, but absolutely that's considered income and long-term income.
Okay. They said before I had the credit score, but not enough income, being that I'm disabled. So you're saying you're 100% disabled and receive the disability. I can understand that. My mother's in the same boat. So I guess it just depends on what amount.
There again, it's your debt to income. It's what amount you're trying to get. There's situations where you can get a non-occupying co-borrower, so kind of like a co-signer for your home. But we would have to be looking at your DTI to see what, or DTI meaning debt to income, to see where you are on that. But we'd be glad to do that for you.
Yep, and like I said before, you may have missed it, but contact information will be in the comments on my page. So give her a call tomorrow. So Ashley, the house in Florida was a VA loan under her husband. She couldn't get approved because credit. Now in Idaho, they're buying their home together. I saw the home, Ashley. It's awesome. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. But it will be my first loan. But will you not be using your VA loan? Or I don't know. How does that work? They used their VA loan here in Florida. They sold earlier this year.
Okay.
And they're in Idaho, and they're about to purchase another home.
You'll have you can do that. You should have your entitlement should be reinstated to you. The funding fee would be a little bit higher than the original funding fee. In every consecutive time, once you've used it the first time, the consecutive times have a little bit higher funding fee. But again, that's rolled into the loan itself.
Okay, good, good. Okay, and then so yes, and what would be income that I could count? So as far as the disability, of course, all of the disability that you receive.
Correct. I mean, what other income do you have? Do you have a job and a part-time job maybe on the as well? Some people work part-time disabled.
Or I know some people receive a pension. Or
all income is considered valid as long as it's ongoing.
Right. That's a good question for them to go into depth with you. Maybe call tomorrow
that would
or
be
something.
A good phone call.
Yeah, and go through everything and dot the I's and cross the T's. So, and then I think we missed a question. Hang on. I answered your question, right, Lily? I think I did. But yes, I do have a contract on a new build home right now, and it is the disaster loan. So there's quite a few builders in the area, so we can take a look at it. Just give me a call and talk to Susan and see where you go and see what we can do. Anybody else have any questions? Come on, hit us with some questions. We need more questions. I know I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. Are we missing anything? We gotta be missing something. No. Great. Did I say your name correctly? Is it OC? And I know some of you on here know me, and you know I used to be a substitute teacher, so I've got to mess all the names up.
It's not hard to do this day.
It's not. Yeah. You can't sound anything out because that doesn't work either. So let's see. How long does it take to typically purchase when you have not used your VA home loan benefits?
We ask for a 30-day close, which is pretty obtainable. So, in a hurry, I think we could get it done a little bit faster. I've seen us do so, but 30-day closing is what we ask.
Susan's great. I've seen her in action. She really is. And VA is one of the tougher ones because they're strict. So, and she's good. So, Lily, if your credit is going to improve over the next few months because they pay off some debt, should they wait or let's see what else? Hang on, I gotta extend it. Blah. Okay. Our debt to income ratio is somewhat smaller.
If you know that you need to pay off debt in order to qualify, then absolutely. But once you've applied, once we have you pre-qualified, that's good for 120 days unless you have a change of circumstance. And speaking of changes in circumstances, the last thing we do before we close is do what we call a soft pull credit report, and that's to see if you've obtained any additional debt. And that's what we don't want to see because I don't know if you've seen it, but I've seen it where it would take you out of your debt to income limits, and cause you not to be able to purchase your home because you bought your car for the new garage first.
Look, let me tell you, after you get approved, you get your contract on your home, walk away from the credit cards. Walk away from all that, because a lot of people think, oh, well, I need that new sofa for my new house. No, you don't. No, walk away. Don't do anything until you have closed on that property, because the slightest little thing can throw you under. Same question as Lily. I have $6,000 in student loans, but nothing else on my credit.
Have you ever had any other type credit? Or are you saying that your lack of credit is causing your credit score to be low? Also, as far as your student loans, are you currently paying on them?
And don't go buy new appliances. Quit your job. Please don't quit your job.
True.
Oh my gosh. So, let's see, going back, talking about debt to income. You were talking to me earlier about things you can do to kind of help their credit.
Correct.
So, touch base on that and tell them what you can do about that.
If you
She's magic.
If you still if you have if your credit score is just a little bit under what we like to see it, we have a what if tool that we can use, that we go into our credit reporting agency and they'll tell us, well, what if Susan decided that she could pay down some of her debt or pay off something that's holding her back. How would she do? How much would this improve her score? And then once you've done that, if you're able to, once you've done that, well, then I have what's called a rapid rescoring program, where it will immediately boost your credit score up so that you can more easily qualify for a loan.
Okay. And she has a student loan payment in January, as I just graduated in May. Congratulations. Good
Yay.
job. I do have a USA credit card and use it for phone bill.
Okay. Phone bill, okay.
Can I get a what if tool for my house? Can I get a what if tool for the work to be done on my house?
Right. What if? Yeah.
So, and another thing people sometimes will ask about is medical debt. Mm-hmm. Is medical debt looked at a little differently?
It is. Most of the time we can exclude that debt. Usually people, not have their copay paid and have a $20 medical collection out there. As long as it's not over a certain percentage of the purchase of the home, we can work with that.
Yeah.
And Ruby, as to your student loans and the fact that you have the card you have, you should have established a fairly decent score with that. Hopefully, maybe you've had a car with installment loans. They like to see you have an installment account as well as a revolving account, but never let that revolving credit card debt get over about 33%.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Lily, I understand. So, I have family members that are same kind of scenario as OC as far as being disabled and, have Medicare, and they only pay a portion. So then you're responsible for it, and things happen, and we cannot help getting sick. So as long as you are contacting those medical providers and setting up payments and making an effort, that's the key. Make an effort. Just don't let them just sit there. Try to set up a payment arrangement with them. That'll sometimes keep it out of collections.
Correct.
So that's a good thing, to call them, and don't just throw it on the dining room table and let them pile up and forget about them. So call them and work it out.
It's the lowest interest loan you'll ever have, 0%. So.
Right. Yeah.
And they helped you.
Definitely. So, and things change all the time. Each loan, VA, FHA, they make changes all the time. So it's always good to ask questions. As I'm a single parent, but credit score is decent. Well, Ruby, let me tell you this. Living in the unknown is worse than being told no sometimes, I think. You don't know until you try. So, contact Susan and she can tell you what you need to do or where you stand as far as being able to qualify. And maybe you're great, you're golden, you're good, we're going to start looking for a house. Or, hey, you need to give it another month or so, pay on these things, and she can guide you that way and show you what you need to do. But if you qualify for the disaster loan and can find a home, being a single parent, I grew up with a single parent, and it's a struggle. And having a mortgage that can possibly be maybe half of what rent would be, and you're investing in yourself and in your future, that's awesome. So that's a good thing.
Think about 5 years of rent payments as equity in your home, and the fact that that's money that you've paid yourself. Maybe you sell the house and break even, but you've lived there basically free because you recovered that money in the end.
Yep, definitely. So, and and when you own a property, it's yours. You can paint those walls any color you want. You can do whatever you want to do and make it yours. So, Lily, I keep trying out these complicated, specific, detailed questions. I am just going to call you. Okay.
That's good. It's hard over text. It really is. And it's hard for us, too. We're trying to answer your questions.
And this is the first time we've done this.
Ever.
So I want to give people the knowledge. So that's why I asked Susan to do this with me, and she was gracious enough to do it. And hopefully we can help somebody with this information. And actually, I'm hoping in the next week to have another, I don't know if it'll be a live video or a recorded video, but I've been in contact with an insurance agency, a title agency. I'm hoping to get possibly maybe someone from FEMA. Mm-hmm. But I would like to have more people on to help answer questions and give people the knowledge. So, just watch my page, and when I get everything set up, I'll post it on there and let everybody know what we're doing, and maybe we can get back together. And I know that I want to get with the title company and explain closing costs, and closing costs depend on your end also.
Correct.
And the title company. And all of this is another language to most of you, I'm sure, because if you've never owned a home, or even folks that do own a home, it's a lot. It really is. And it's okay to ask questions. So, let's see, Ruby, if I can pull 18 in a year. Well, I'm glad it gives you hope, because like I said, I grew up with a single mom, and all of my life growing up, we rented. And I struggled a lot. I was sick. I had asthma, but they didn't know what was wrong with me. My mother lost jobs because I was sick, and she was my hero. So, y'all gonna make me cry. But anyway, so seeing her struggle to pay rent and us having to move because, there was a couple of times that we were renting homes and they would decide to sell the homes. Well, we had to move. And when you rent, you're kind of in the unknown sometimes. But like I said, sometimes that's what you have to do. I mean, I'm not totally against renting. Don't, you just have to do that sometimes. But if you have the option to buy, you should buy.
Agreed.
And so different. Another thing I wanted to touch on is if you don't qualify for the disaster loan and you're renting, or contact Susan. You may qualify for the standard FHA, USDA, conventional. See what you can do. So, I mean, the worst thing she can do is say no, try back again at this date, you know?
And I've worked with people for over a year before just to get their first home, and it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
And, I mean, I have customers right now that I've been working with since May, and, I mean, I don't give up either. So, I mean, we're a team.
Yeah.
You know, help
That's
you
what
out.
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an easy task.
Lily, she wants you to tell her your email.
Lily, my email address is smiller, so SMILLER, at Linkloan, and that's spelled LINCLOAN.com.
And you want to give her your phone number?
Sure. My telephone number is 334-714-3418.
And like I said, I'll post everything so you can have the information. And actually, on the event page earlier before we started, I posted her business card, so it's also there. And the event is off of my business page, so all my information is there as well. Is there a link that you can post that goes straight to where you can apply online?
Absolutely.
Okay.
My webpage is www.susanlenspcb.com.
And I have a website also, and it is currently kaput.
I did that yesterday.
Yeah, we got a new program here, and I tried to link it, and I got to call GoDaddy. So, but you know, I have a website too. Hopefully, I can get that taken care of in the next couple of days, and it'll be back up and running. So, but you know, my Facebook page is. I try to update on that at least daily. Here lately, it's been hard trying to keep up with everything. So between working with my own contractors and trying to help as many people as I can, and still let my family know that I love them.
And put a smile across the table.
My daughter's looking at me. But, you know, I just, you know, I work a lot. So, but I want to help. And you're welcome, Lily. So, tell me a little bit about the USDA loan.
Oh, USDA is a rural development loan. It is 100%, but it has to be in a rural area. There's USDA.gov, and you can go to property eligibility and see if the property you may have run across is in that area. But it's 100%, allows for 6% seller concessions, and it too is a great product.
Okay, so when you say seller concessions, thank you. Touch on that, because I'm sure some of them are like, what?
Seller concessions are written by April into your contract as a request for the seller to help pay some of your closing costs and prepaids. And your prepaids are your taxes and insurances and setting up escrow accounts. Your closing costs are actual title fees, lender fees,
appraisal,
surveys, things like that. So they are needed to go into your loan. So that's that is available at 6% for this for the 203H as well.
Okay,
but it must be negotiated.
So you know, working with a seller, you just when you make an offer on a home, you know, you can ask for whatever you want, really, but then I mean you're going to get it.
Yes.
But you know, we can always ask for things, and they may say no, and you know, you can negotiate. Some sellers are willing to negotiate more than others. It just depends. So just keep that in mind. So if you contact me and we start looking for a property, we can talk it through. So you find a home that doesn't have a fence and you need a fence because you have pets, maybe we can work it out. So, and USDA, I see a lot in the Fountain area, and
most of the surrounding counties of Bay County Homes, Jackson, Washington, a lot of those are almost completely USDA.
Now, is Baby George USDA?
I would have to see the address.
I think it is.
I think
it is.
It could be.
Yeah.
Panama City Beach just changed from it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
They
learn something every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and another thing, I wrote it down earlier. Sorry, I'll post it in the comments too. But FEMA has a website where you can go and check the flood zone area. Do you know that off the top of your head?
No.
Okay. Richard, if you're still here, you should know.
FEMA.org. I would.
Yeah, I'll post it.
Yeah.
But if you punch in the address of wherever it is, it'll tell you if it's required flood insurance. My opinion is you should usually carry flood insurance. We live in Florida, so you never know. But if it is in a flood zone X, you're not required to carry it per the mortgage. So any other, you are required. And sometimes it's minimal. It's really not that bad yearly. And I can answer those questions when you call me, and we can touch on that too. So I'm going to try to start putting more links on my Facebook page, and hopefully get my website back and have links on that as well for lenders. We have the FEMA website, the SBA, just different things I want to post. So
a lot of information out there right now.
There is. It's really overwhelming because, and like I said, I learn something new every day. Hey, Heather. I grew up with Heather.
Yeah. Hi, Heather.
It's Heather.
I have a Heather.
Kendall says hi, Heather. So, yeah, Heather and I, we were BFFs growing up. So, it's funny because she used to live in Florida and I was still in Georgia, and then we swapped. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to touch base on. There's always something.
And this is a learning experience for all of us. As a mortgage lender, it's not a product I ever studied to learn a disaster loan product. So, bear with all of us, all my colleagues, as we go through this and we learn as we go.
Yeah. It's kind of like when we take our insurance policies on our home. Who really reads their policy when they get it?
No one.
I mean, really.
Mm-mm.
I mean, after the storm, I'm sure quite a few people read their policy. But it's a lot, and, stay informed. That's all I can say is stay informed. Love you too, Heather. So, let's see. Sorry, and my phone's just a buzzing away. And my daughter's trying to get in the cookies. So, there's a lot with a loan. When I first bought my first home in Georgia, they would say all these crazy things, prepaids and closing costs, and it just went right over my head. It's like I tell people, my husband's retired military, and he'll talk military and it starts sounding like the alphabet, or it's numbers and letters, and if you haven't been around it, you have no clue. So it's the same here, and some of it is still a foreign language to me at times. There's just a lot to it, and I've had customers contact me and they have spoke to their lender, and they call me and they say, well, my lender told me this and this, but I don't really understand. If you don't understand, ask. Really, truly.
Ask your lender.
Yes, don't be afraid. Yeah. So they do it on a daily basis, and they still learn things. So it's okay to ask, and me as well. Ask me, anything, and if we don't know, we'll find out. Do we know what time it is?
6:50.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think we've touched on everything that
I think
we
so.
do. So
It's a good start anyway.
yes, it is. So, like I said, I hope to have some more live videos, different topics. You can always send me, actually, if you have ideas, send me a message on Facebook, and I'll see what I can do, and maybe we can work it out. And maybe I'll take a poll of what people would like to hear next, what would be beneficial to learn from right now. Because the times right now we're trying to find our new normal, and I know everybody's struggling with that. It's not the same, but we're keeping on. So making the best of it, and be with your family. It's Christmas time. Try to make the best of it, and just be thankful that you have each other. And if you need to have coffee with somebody, call me. If you don't have family here, or just keep your spirits up. That's the main thing. So, but yeah, just contact us tomorrow, and we can answer any more questions, and we'll go from there. So I really appreciate everybody joining in. I appreciate Susan being here.
And thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. And thank you to everybody that shared the event. And like I said, when the video is over and it uploads to my page, please share it. People can get the knowledge. They can't ask the questions, but they can always call us. Lily, yes, indeed. And
For sure.
that's the main thing. Just try to find the silver lining, for sure. So yesterday, my husband, we had to rip out our living room wall and our bedroom wall. And, sometimes I feel like we take 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. But you know what? The sheetrock and insulation's gone, but we still have a house. So, it's try to find the good things. So, and just be thankful. So, and thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. That means a lot. And I miss you guys. So we will see you next time. And thank you for joining in. So
Thank you.
bye, guys.